Had them with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Fluky food. This video is by very popular demand. Chris today is going to be trying some new Egyptian foods. So there's some smelly stuff on this table right now. A big shout out goes to Christine for suggesting some of these foods for Chris to try. I know she's been looking forward to this fun video as much as I have. And Chris has. Look how excited he is.
Thumbs down to Christine. I want to go to her channel on YouTube and leave a big thumbs down. But you can all leave a big thumbs up if I'm going to have to go through this, please. Thank you. That would be lovely.
All right, so we've got, okay, and also a big thank you to my mom and dad for getting the spread all ready for us today. You're going to be put in a tough spot because if you don't like something, you're like, man, Nancy, what did you do?
Well, I know I was just looking at this stuff and I wanted to make some hilarious jokes, but I can't because Nancy probably made it, so.
No, and my mom is one of the best Egyptian cooks, honestly. Like, it's not because of her that the food would taste bad, it's because of your flavors. It's what you're not used to, right?
Yeah.
So she's not going to take offense to you.
Plus, I think you guys just made up some of this stuff today to play a joke on me, so.
All right, so we've got some pita bread here.
I've had pita bread before.
The regular pita bread. I've cut a piece of it. We're going to start with this salted fish.
Get it out of the way.
Yeah.
It's all I can smell.
Yeah.
Is this stuff. It's overpowering everything.
It's taking up everything. So.
Oh, I get pita with it, I guess.
Yeah. I'm not going to give you a huge piece. Okay.
And she puts the entire piece of fish on the bread.
It cut that way. Here it is. So a tiny piece.
Okay, go, please. I gotta get.
Good. All right, here we go.
I'm getting on with my life.
Take a bite. You don't have to put it all in there. Oh my god.
Breathe through the nose.
This in Arabic is called fisik. A lot of Egyptians love this stuff. Like, it is really good, including me.
I appreciate how salty it is. Mm-hmm. It's extremely salty. Mm-hmm. I like that part, but other than that, it's a little intense for me. It's a different flavor I'm not used to. Maybe it's the cured. Mm-hmm. Look, I grew up at the lake. I grew up eating fish, cooked fish, fried fish all summer long, fresh right out of the lake. And nowadays, my favorite food is sushi. So it's not like I don't eat fish, or I haven't eaten fish. But yeah, whatever. Maybe it's the curing or whatever.
Yeah.
Whew. But I mean, like, that's so salty. That's even pushing my love of salt. Like, that's very, very salty.
Yeah. It's salty, insanely intense, very fishy.
Yeah, I really don't like the smell. The smell is by far the worst part of it. It's better than it smells, but.
All right, you want to take this upstairs and get a full.
Doesn't your mom hate salt? Does she like this?
Oh, mom loves salt. What are you talking about?
She always complains about salt and then wishes it was chocolate.
Okay, now that Chris has gotten rid of that. So, did you not like it at all in any sense?
I wouldn't want to eat it, honestly. I'm not, and it's studies show that the food you like is almost entirely determined by what you were raised with and that type of culture's offerings, and it's hard to overcome. It's not impossible or anything. I mean, if I moved to Egypt, maybe I'd get used to it or something, and I mean, I wouldn't have wanted sushi growing up. Believe it or not, when I was a kid, I didn't like sour cream.
Whoa.
Isn't that weird? And how that changed, especially being from Yorkton where everyone eats sour cream all the time.
Yeah.
And then now I eat it all the time. I don't know. You never know.
Always.
You never know, but who knows?
Interesting. Okay, so the next thing is fava beans. So fava beans, I think, has to be one of the most popular foods in Egypt. They're called fool in Arabic.
See, now you're just making fun of me.
Fool. No,
I'm the fool, right?
No.
That's what this is?
No.
You guys are just, this is all a complete charade, right?
Wow.
Ooh, yeah. Like, what's that? The next thing is just going to be like, oh, so this is Damas in... This is stupid guy in Arabic.
All right, and these fava beans have been prepared two ways. One way with tomato and seasoning and parsley, I believe, and some onion. And this is the way my dad eats it. And the other way, which is a bit more of the traditional way, is just the fava beans smashed a little bit with some salt and oil and lime juice. So we're gonna start with Dad's way.
Okay. My only knowing about fava beans is from Silence of the Lambs. I had them with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
That's so weird. I've never seen that before.
Okay. Actually, that's pretty good.
Yeah, beans are a huge thing in Egypt. Fava beans specifically. And then as well, falafel, which everyone's had as well. Chris has had that, and that's why we didn't have falafel today. The falafel in Egypt is traditionally made also with dried fava beans.
Well, I have to say, I wasn't really expecting to like anything today, but that's actually pretty good. I think that when you smash fava beans, they kind of look like cat food, which throws me off a bit.
Yeah.
But that was pretty good.
Looks-wise,
Wow.
It's not the prettiest. And that really goes with a lot of the food here today.
Yeah.
But, okay, and so how we eat in Egypt is you take a piece of the pita bread and you use it to scoop up your food. So that's what I'm doing right now.
Okay, and what's this over here?
So these are the more traditional way of eating fava beans. So these are lightly smashed. They have some salt and then lime and oil.
So this is also fava beans, but
Yeah.
they're totally different flavor.
Exactly. Yeah. You're probably gonna like the first one better.
Oh, way better. That's not bad, though.
I have not had that in years. That's crazy. That's actually really delicious.
It's not bad.
Mom and Dad are gonna be like, "Oh, I told you so." I can't believe I admitted that, but that's quite delicious.
Well, Sam and Nancy probably made it really well, but
They did.
this is fine. Like it's actually not bad, but I mean, I just really like that,
Yeah.
so I would take that over that. But I mean, they're both really good.
Yeah, not bad. So
Mhm.
yeah, fava beans are a big thing. They're very, very traditional in Egypt. So good
Wow.
to know you liked something.
Yeah, awesome.
Okay, our next food item is so this is called MULUKHIYAH, and this is Jew's mallow, and so it's this leaf, and they sort of smash it up and cut it up really, really small, and they make like a soup with it using
I've had that
broth.
before.
You have, yeah. And so what we've done today is I've sort of asked Mom to do it the way that I would eat it when I was younger. So we'd mix some rice with it and then a piece of meat. So the meat is a boiled beef.
You can really see the marbling in there, like the rivers of fat.
Yeah. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get Chris to have a bite of everything together. So a piece of meat, rice, and the MULUKHIYAH.
And is that Lebanese rice? And maybe Egyptians call it something else, but I think Lebanese people call this Lebanese rice, where it's got the rice and the noodles kind of in it.
Yeah, the Egyptians make it as well. It's not.
What do they call it?
technically Lebanese, it's just rice.
Oh, but it's
I
got
don't know if
noodles in
there
it,
is a
though.
different way of saying it. I'll ask Mom, and we'll
Okay.
write it up.
Okay, so putting everything all together like my rice
Yeah.
bowls.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly. The thing about MULUKHIYAH is it's got a very almost slimy texture.
Yeah, it does.
Do you find that?
Yeah. And yeah, that would take a little bit of getting used to, I think, for someone who's not used to that.
Oh, really well made though. Oh my gosh.
I'm not just saying this because it's my in-laws, but yeah, you can tell how well made the food is. It's perfectly seasoned, and it's really nice altogether. But it's just such unfamiliar flavors, and yeah, the sliminess, which would be the inherent, I'm sure, texture of that dish, the
Yeah.
MULUKHIYAH or whatever you said.
MULUKHIYAH. You're just spitting on me.
That's where Arabic sounds like Scottish to me. Lots of.
You ready for the next thing?
Oh yeah, totally ready.
Okay, so our next dish in Arabic is called BAMIA. You can say that.
BAMIA.
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 There you go.
Sounds like you're saying like U and E at the same time. Like BAMIA.
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 Yeah, there, perfect.
Okay.
And what this is okra. So it's okra cooked in tomato sauce. And Mom does put some chunks of beef in there as well. And we've got some rice beside it. So same thing, just a spoon of everything together. Okra as well is a bit of a slimy texture. Funny. So last time we had a ton of paste.
Yeah.
This time we've just got slime.
I haven't gotten into any date paste yet. I'm sure that's coming.
Yeah. That's the first thing he asked when we got this food. Oh, I don't see any date paste.
Okra is hardly, exclusive to Egyptian cooking.
Oh, definitely. No, it's not. Yeah. Okra is used in a lot of places, including the States.
Yeah.
In the South, I believe, they do like fried okra.
It's nice enough. The beef is really well cooked. The beef just like falls apart really nicely in your mouth. There's no chewiness to it, or there's no sinew really that you can tell. It just kind of falls apart in your mouth in a good way. It's really nice. Really well cooked. I don't really recognize the flavor other than the beef. You know what I mean? Like okra, I've always been familiar with okra. It's a very popular crossword entry I've had to fill in, but I don't really recognize the flavor. It's different. Yeah, it's... Oh, what's this? Arabic prosciutto?
I guess you could call it that. So this is IBASTERMA, and so this is cured beef.
Oh, not cured.
I believe it's cured beef. And it's got like a ton of flavors. It's coated in like this mixture of, I believe it's called fenugreek. No.
I've seen that word before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really giving me flashbacks to that fish.
Really?
Oh yeah. It's the same. It's got to be cured. It's got to be the same process.
It's like paper thin. No, it's not exactly the same, but...
No, I don't like that.
Paper thin? You don't like that?
No.
Usually eaten with eggs?
See, I was more optimistic about that than most things, but then that and the fish are by far my least favorite things.
This stuff is lethal though. Like, it's so strong flavored. You eat this and you go to the gym after, you stink up the whole place. Okay, we have a bonus thing that Chris was willing to try today.
Get it out of the way.
And these are anchovies. As you all know, I love anchovies. I love them so much.
I just always think about Sesame Street growing up and how they always talked about anchovies on pizza, and Bert from Bert and Ernie. I love anchovies. This is the scariest thing of the day.
This should be the least scary. Well, not least. It's least scary of all the fish.
Okay, this isn't cured or something.
You don't have to eat the whole thing. You could literally just take a bite.
I see why you compared it to mackerel. Again, very salty. Very salty. Whew. Seriously, I thought I loved salt, but wow. It's very fishy. Like, if you don't like fishy things, then don't have an anchovy. Are sardines like that? Is that what sardines taste like, kind of? I would assume.
Sardines are very fishy as well.
Yeah, I thought
Not
so.
necessarily salty, because they're canned most of the time.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, see, I wouldn't want those on my pizza or anything.
No.
But even you said you didn't really care for them on pizza.
No, I don't.
Yeah, amazing. Can you love them?
It doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't. Why would it? Well, fish and cheese, why would they go together? That doesn't make sense. Unless it's a fillet of fish, then I don't know anyone who's kind of married the fish and cheese experience.
A lot of places actually do. And a lot of sushi places, when they have oysters, a lot of times they bake them with cheese on top.
I've heard of that.
Yeah. Or even a lot of different...
Is that good?
I don't know. It's not my favorite.
Well, I mean, I've been hearing about anchovies for over 35 years, and I've never had one, I don't think, until now, so... I guess it's about what I expected, really. I wasn't too hard on most of the stuff. I didn't like the fishiness or the curing, but everything else was really good.
Oh, I'm gonna guess your favorite dish was the fava beans?
Yeah, my favorite was these fava beans. Probably second would be the other fava beans, I guess. And then all of the rice and beef dishes were good. I'd probably take the okra a little bit ahead of the MULUKHIYAH. MULUKHIYAH?
Okay.
That don't sound Jewish, actually. L'chaim.
Well, it's called Jew's mallow.
Oh, well, there you go. Okay. Pita bread was nice, and then, yeah, anything cured or too fishy wasn't for me, but sorry if you're disappointed that I didn't completely recoil and get sick by eating any of this lovely Arabic food prepared by my mother-in-law.
That's all we've got for you today. Stay tuned if you've got any other things that you want Chris to try. And you want to see his reaction of?
I'm the guinea pig here, but I mean, if you could come up with something, I give Martina, because there's no equivalent to this for me to give her to scare her or anything. You eat anything, don't you? Is there any food you don't eat? You just don't like too spicy.
I don't like spicy food.
Other than that, you'll eat pretty much anything, right?
Yeah.
So if you can come up with something that I could give to Martina that you think she might not like, that would be just great. Thank you in advance. Please comment those offerings below, and please like and subscribe.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, how do you say bye in Arabic?
Masalema?
Masalea?
No.
What did you say?
Masalema.
Masalema.
Just say bye.
Masalema. It's Masalema from now on.
To end our video, Chris is going to tell you the 3 Arabic words he knows.
Yeah, I know. Bala, which I say as blah, because it's like a date that you eat. And I know galabeya, which I don't think has a translation, but it's kind of like a long robe dress that men wear at home in Egypt. And the 3rd word I know in Arabic is Toronto, which is Toronto, Ontario, Canada, but how all the Egyptians I've ever heard like to say it.
And he also thinks a lot of Egyptians are named Bassem.
Oh yeah, like 90, I think the last stats I saw is 92% of Egyptian men are named Bassem, and 94% of women are named Miriam. Don't question me, those were the stats. Sorry, look it up. Sorry.
We hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for watching and your support. We will see you next time.
Toronto!